The one thing I always like to highlight with websites and Google Search Console is that sometimes the data can be a little misleading. Um, when we're looking in here, it's all of the data that our site ranks for, whether it's branded clicks, non-branded clicks. And I will say, I mean, from the majority of websites I've seen, branded clicks are almost always the kind of like always the main driver of traffic to the website. So when you're looking in Google Search Console, depending if you're a well-known brand or even if you're not like you really haven't invested in SEO yet, I've seen that brands are probably in some cases getting like 95% of their traffic specifically from branded traffic. And that's not to say that this is like an issue or anything, but it can be very misleading. And especially if you are partnered with an agency or you have an in-house team or whatever it is, if you are reporting on just clicks, you may be misled by the amount of branded clicks that are coming to the website. So if I'm a well-known brand and I'm hosting conferences, events, my company name is really well known. That can be influenced by so many different factors that are outside of SEO. And again, that's not a bad thing, but when you're reporting on specifically SEO and if we've seen click increases or if we're bringing in new visitors to the website, it can be kind of misleading when you're going by both clicks and basically just clicks as a whole. Whereas if you look at non-branded clicks as well, if you can separate them branded versus non-branded, then you can at least put aside the brand that can be influenced by outside factors. Whereas with non-branded, it's a little bit easier to measure if you actually are capturing new visitors with your content. So like I said, it can be very misleading. If you are like, and even in some cases with a homepage, like that's going to be the main driver of traffic. So if you're in Google Search Console, you can do this through Looker Studio also, but I'm just going to come here and just add the brand name just so you can see what this looks like. But you can see in this case, it's going to be primarily like branded traffic. So when I put that filter in to remove it, it's going to be like, it's basically going to be like pretty low. So let me just do that real quick. So if you look now, then it's only just now it's only 207 clicks compared to almost 3,000 when it was just clicks as a total. So like you can see, out of 3,000 clicks, almost only 200 of them have been non-branded so far. So you can see how that can be a little misleading when you are reporting on SEO. And if you really want to show off wins and show what you've been able to accomplish, really the thing that you do want to focus on is non-branded traffic. But like I said, even if you do focus on branded traffic, which isn't an issue anyways, and honestly, speaking from experience, branded traffic typically has the most conversion potential. So, I mean, you do want to meet users from where they're searching for your brand, whether that's a pricing page, questions they have about your brand, or, I mean, honestly, just looking up your brand itself. But just speaking from a specific SEO perspective, it can just be a little misleading just because there's just so many outside factors that can influence brand awareness. So um, when it comes to tracking with SEO, really non-branded is going to be the one that's showing the value of your work.